benvenuti a Virgin Radio I-Days, il grande festival che nasce a Bologna nel 99, ma da un anno si svolge in questo meraviglioso parco di Monza.
Meraviglioso sul serio, meravigliosa la line-up, grandi nomi internazionali, Green Day, Radiohead e Linkin Park.
E a proposito dei Linkin Park, fra poco sentiremo cosa ci hanno raccontato, Andrea li ha intervistati.
Virgin Radio I-Days, siamo qua con i Linkin Park. Hi guys, how's it going?
It's going very well.
It's good to have you here. It's the whole crowd is waiting for your show. It's been a while, right? Since the last time you came here.
We love Italy.
I know, I trust you.
And we love our Italian fans. It sounds like I'm just saying that, but legitimately, like, our fans in Italy are amazing.
Yeah,
we
they're all
love coming here. We had a show in Rome a couple years ago. It was maybe the best show we've ever played. The reason why we love playing in Italy is because the fans sing so loud, I don't even have to play the songs correctly. I literally, you can't even hear the band. All you hear is the singing of the crowd. I could literally close my eyes and just play nonsense, and it sounds perfect.
You're also here to promote the new album. The new album has been a brand new change in your sound, a brand new change in your career. I read on the internet that was done, like the very basic from Mike's phone was real, that he started setting up the tone for that new record through his iPhone.
I think what you're alluding to is that we made this record by writing songs. So like literally sitting in a room, talking, piano, guitar, and then we built the production around the songs. So there's a real intimacy to the songs. They're very personal. And when I listen to them, it almost feels like Chester or Mike or whoever's singing is literally like singing to me through the speakers.
A little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, and I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go, watching you, turn your back like you always do. Face away, pretending I'm not. I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't feel the way I did before. So turn your back on me, I won't be in no time. Oh, damn, you're standing anymore. So turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. I am a little bit insecure, but a lot confident. Cause you don't understand, to do what I can, and sometimes I don't make sense. But you never want to say, and I never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you, turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretending I'm not. I'll be here cause you're all that I got. Come on. I can't feel the way I did before. So turn your back on me, I won't be in no time. Oh damn, you're standing to me more. So turn your back on me, I won't be ignored. Hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now. Hear me out now. You're gonna listen to me
some kind of a radical change. If we think about what was going on in the beginning of 2000, you've always evolved as a band, and you evolved in a very perfect way, like not strongly changing from one point to another, but just
Have
evolving.
I mentioned how much I appreciate you, and I love doing interviews with you? The questions are just spot on. The insight. I think we might have to bring you to throughout the tour, and we'll just do interviews with you instead of all these other people.
I'll do it.
Done.
Thanks. That's the deal. But also talking about the featuring that you choose for that record, who came up with this first ideas? Like, we should take this guy, that girl, for give like a plus to the song, because probably that's the reason why you do featurings.
I think, yeah, in the studio process, at each step with a song, you're always trying to figure out what's a fun, new, exciting twist that you could do with the song itself. You never know, on a song like Heavy, for instance, when that was being written, you're not thinking this is going to be a song that's going to feature a female guest artist, and it's going to be Kiara and blah, 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 blah. You're going step by step by step and building it. And so when you get to a place, working with that song with Julia Michaels, she was singing or bouncing back and forth lines early on in the writing stages, and it was just that idea of like, wow, that sounds really cool with the girl's point of view vocally in that track. Like, I wonder if this might work out to have a female guest on that. And as we went through it, then once we ended up getting Kiara on it, everybody in the band was like, wow, that really elevated that track to just a further level. And at this stage, you're not thinking of it as like, this is going to be a single. You don't even know if that song is going to be on the record, because you have at different points maybe 30 songs still left in the mix that all might get better and like make the album. So it's just that process of like, what would be fun on this track? What's something that would kind of catch you off guard or make it better, blah, blah, blah. And some of them work out, some of them don't. You never really know, as in anything in the process, you never know how it's going to finish until you take it to that spot and see what you have.
And that's great. Talking about chemistry, there's gonna be chemistry outside when you're gonna put up your show. So thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure also that time. So thanks.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks for having us, and thank you for being so well dressed.
Thank you. I'm gonna be on tour next.
And I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. Yeah, I drive myself crazy, cause I can't escape the gravity. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on. So much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy? You say that I'm paranoid, but I'm pretty sure the world is out to get me. It's not like I made the choice to let my mind stay so fucking messy. No, I'm at the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. Holding on. Everything so heavy, holding on. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy?
siamo Virgin Radio I-Days. Stanno salendo sul palco in questo momento i Radiohead.
Sono sempre la band più attesa nel nostro paese, ogni volta che arrivano è un sold out assicurato. Se non li avete mai visti dal vivo, male male male.
Beh, se non li avete mai visti dal vivo, state con noi.
I Radiohead questa canzone non l'hanno cantata per tanti anni, poi ad un certo punto ci hanno fatto pace.
Incredibile, non se lo aspettava nessuno, noi però ce l'abbiamo. Questa è Creep.
You in the eye, you're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. So fucking special. But I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing? I don't belong here. I don't care. I just wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong
La bellezza di questa canzone dei Radiohead forse è pari solo al videoclip che l'accompagnava.
E allora preparate i vostri cori da stadio perché questa è Karma Police, Radiohead.
This is what you'll get when you mess with Karma police. I've given all I can, but it's not enough. Given all I can, but we're still on the payroll. This is what you'll get when you mess with us.
I Blink 182 portano in Italia finalmente la nuova formazione ufficiale dopo la dipartita dalla band di Tom DeLonge. È entrato il bravissimo Matt Skiba degli Alkaline Trio e se la sta cavando alla grande. A proposito di Blink 182, vi portiamo nel backstage insieme a noi perché Andrea Rock li sta intervistando.
Ed eccoci qua amici, Virgin Radio I-Days, sono qua con Mark Opus, Blink 182. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks.
It's a pleasure to have you here in such an amazing festival. This is your first time after everything happened. So are you excited about this massive show?
Not really.
Not really?
No, I'm very excited. We're very happy to be here. No, we're very excited. This is the first time that we've been here since the album has come out, and it's a giant festival, and it's a beautiful hot day, so it's going to be fun.
It's a perfect lineup, a bunch of friends also on stage. And we were kind of missing these beautiful songs on California Deluxe Edition.
Oh.
So I'm glad that you came out with those songs. They're
Thanks.
such amazing. What about the first release and the second release? Why did you decide to do that and not maybe a double album at first?
Well, originally we had recorded California the record, and we were going to put 10 songs on it. And that was our goal. And then when we came to try and choose those 10 songs, we couldn't figure out which songs to leave off. We liked them too much, so we picked, I think, 16 for the first record, and we had maybe 5 or 6 left over. And we went in early this year to finish off those 5 or 6 songs. We ended up writing a bunch more songs. And at one point we were thinking, well, let's just put out a whole new album. Let's take maybe 3 songs, put them on it, and call it the deluxe edition, like people do, and then save the rest and put out a new record. But then we were like, well, why would we do that? We have the songs, just give people all the music. So that's what we did.
Can we hope for your single show maybe in the future?
The what?
A single show, headlining show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We will definitely be back. We love it here. This is great to come and play a giant festival, but I really like when we have our own shows.
Yeah,
and,
maybe longer set list.
You know what? We're playing the same set list tonight that we would play at a headlining show. Luckily, we don't have to abbreviate our set. We get to play with our full production and put on the show that we would put on otherwise. So, yeah, we're not cutting any songs for tonight. We're going to give you the whole thing.
And this is a great news. Mark, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Always
it's good
a
to see
pleasure.
you. Yeah, likewise.
Stay rock, stay with us. Il rock tra poco torna su Italia 1.
Non andate via.
Virgin Radio I-Days, fra i grandi headliner di questo super festival ci sono anche i canadesi Sum 41.
Una band alla quale io sono particolarmente legato, una band che torna in Italia per la terza volta, pensate, in meno di un anno, ed è sempre un sold out show.
Eh sì, perché c'è un nuovo album War da far conoscere al pubblico e devo dire che la band di Derek Whibley ha sempre un grande successo.
E adesso ci ascoltiamo un estratto dal vivo.
Here we go! So long now in this game. What I thought was true is made a fiction and I'm following the same. But if I try to make sense of this mess I'm in, I'm not sure where I should begin. I'm falling, sing it! Over my head was something I said. Completely misread, I'm better off dead. Now I can see, I think you can be hypocrisy, beginning to get to me.
Virgin Radio I-Days, siamo qui con i Sum 41. Welcome back, guys.
It's good to be here, man.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a pleasure for me personally to have you here, and it's a pleasure for the crowd outside. They just going crazy. It's hot out there, but they can't wait for the show.
It is hot.
What's the feeling about you? This is maybe the third time in less than 1 year for you in Italy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's great to be back here. We love it here.
Yeah, we heard it's pretty rare to be able to do that, so I mean, we're extra thankful. And I mean, it's Italy. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Each and every time there was a sold out, and today is gonna be more than 80,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's good to have you and Blink 182 on the same bill. Did it happen lately for you to share the stage with them?
I mean, we have in the past, but this has been the first time in a long time.
Wow.
And you know, and Linkin Park is great too. We're gonna watch them tonight. It'll be fun. The whole night's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family reunion.
Ready? Go! You've got to take me away, 'cause I wanna feel something that's real, 'cause I'm brave. Help me escape, 'cause I wanna be, but to be free, just wanna fake mine. When you break your part of the heart, you've got some kind of number. Have you forgot I don't forget? You walk beside the dead well. The angels never tread well. At least I've still got my soul to sell. You've got to take me away, 'cause I wanna feel something that's real. And help me escape, 'cause I wanna be, but to be free, just wanna fake my own death. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see those fists in the air. Hey, hey, hey. I swear to God that someday there will be blood. Now get ready, let's go!
The brand new record was brilliant. We talked about that last time you came to Virgin Radio. But the live moments, it's just another huge moment for you. The Sum 41 crowd has been so supportive. It's probably one of the best fan base that I actually met through the years. How did you create this magic relationship, not only considering Italy, but considering worldwide? It takes some time, right?
I guess so. I mean, it's just from playing live, you know,
Yeah.
over and over again, all these years.
But you got some feedbacks that are so magical. I mean, each and every time you play, there's a strong community that seems to be part of your family. That's something that's the magical aspect of music that most of the times we kind of miss.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like what we grew up with. I mean, there was only a few people that really listened to punk rock in our high school and stuff like that, so we stuck together pretty tightly. And I mean, it just, that kind of vibe expands out, and I'm glad people came in and responded to that kind of vibe.
Guys, thank you for your time. Once again, thank you for everything personally, and have fun out there. The people will go crazy for you.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
In this cold heart, I can live or I can die. I believe if I just try, you believe in you and I.
Welcome to Virgin Radio.
Hi.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here to talk also about your last album, Love and Hate. It's such a simple title, but with so wide meanings. How did you started writing those songs? Which was the biggest driving force for you?
Yeah, so I started writing that song, or the songs maybe 2 years before it came out. I'd say the driving force for the album for me was the song Black Man in White World. That sounded good. The demo, when I first started writing that, sounded good, and it didn't sound like something I'd done before, so, and it excited me. So I kind of led with that, and I wanted that made me realize I wanted to do like more of a soul album and a bit more of a challenging record, so yeah.
It's been always important in the UK. I'm thinking about the Northern Soul movement back in the days, but it's something that was created actually in the States. I'm thinking about the Chess Records, Stax Records. Do you think that younger generation knows a little bit about that as well, or they just discovering soul once again with this brand new artist and this brand new scene?
So I think the younger people would be aware of that if they choose to. I think the similar way I discovered about stats and chess and all that was through listening to music that was out in the day at the time, and sometimes you find an artist, you really like them, you think what their influence is, and then you dig a bit deeper. So whether it's like rock and roll, and when I was at school it was like the White Stripes, then people would start listening to the Stooges and the MC5 and stuff from older from before. But you found it through this newer act that at the time that was on the radio, which at the time was White Stripes, and it's the same with soul music and hip hop, anything. So I think if you like whatever genre it is, you tend to go deeper the more you get into it.
I'm a black man in a white world. 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 I'm a black man in a white. I've been low, and I've been out. I've been so all my life, and I got nothing new to play, and I got nothing left to say. I'm a black man in a white world. I'm a black man in a white world. I'm a black man in a white world. I'm a black man in a white. I'm in love, and I'm still sad. I found peace, and I'm not glad. On my nights and on my days, I've been trying tomorrow, and I don't mind who I am, and I don't mind who you
we cannot separate soul music from the lyrics, the social content of the lyrics. Even in your last record, you have a very strong song that still point out the biggest problem of nowadays with what's going on in the U.S. With the brand new president, which with what is going on in Europe as well, France and the UK. There are some themes that are still kind of a taboo. And you cannot like win a Grammy record with that, or you can do it. It happened with Fantastic Negrito. So, what's your point of view on this whole thing?
Yeah, I think there's always, I think now, because there's so much stuff happening socially in the world that can be scary, whether it's like new presidents and new laws, or living in fear of like terrorist attacks and things like that. There's all these crazy things that are happening that we're living in, you know, elections, all that stuff. That music's beginning to reflect that, which is I think cool, and definitely from the era that inspired me from before I was born, music reflected the times were also, to say the least, a bit shaky, you know, and the music and the art reflected that. So I think there'll always be a place for it, whether it becomes commercial or not. I think at the end of the day it's irrelevant. I think things like the Grammys or these awards are usually the last to get with it and understand what's happening, but people are way more on the ball with that kind of stuff. So a Grammy award, or that's like a granddad getting into EDM music. You know, it doesn't mean that much. They're always at the end. So it doesn't really bother me about stuff like that. Yeah.
Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. Have fun out there.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Calling all the people here to see the show. Calling all my demons now to let me. I need something, give me something wonderful. Bam, bam, I don't, boom, 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 boom. Bam, bam, I don't. I believe she won't take me somewhere I'm not supposed to be. You can't steal the things that God has given me. No more pain and no more shame and misery. Bam, bam, I don't, boom, 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 boom. You can't take me down. You can't break me down. You can't take me down. Bam, bam, I don't, boom, 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 boom.
E qui si conclude la magnifica avventura che è stata Virgin Radio I-Days.
Vi abbiamo raccontato di tutto, vi abbiamo fatto entrare nel backstage, vi abbiamo fatto vedere dei live incredibili. Questo per i 10 anni di Virgin Radio è solo l'inizio.
Grazie mille per essere rimasti insieme a noi.
Stay true.